is up, guys? And we are here at the large collector area in Los Angeles. It's a large collector warehouse full of different toys and collectibles. It's called Frank and Son Collectible Show. And let me just pan and let me show you what it's like in here. Rows and rows and rows and rows of nothing but collectibles. It's pretty loud in here. There's a lot of people. You can see an old Toys R Us sign down there, but we're just gonna walk through here today and we're looking for some die-cast and Kay's looking for some Pokemon. So stay with us. We're gonna work down through a lot of these aisles. If I find something, I'm gonna jump back on. See you soon. Check this out, guys. These are all lithographs that are put on a backer board. And this is what I am talking about. Check out all of this art with JDMs. Everybody should know what that one is. Little R32. Check all of these out, guys. So cool. We haven't found any die-cast yet, but we just got in and we just got started moving down through Frank and Sons. Looking to my left over here though, and I'm seeing some, so we look right over there, I'm seeing a little sticking out. But here we go. We're gonna keep moving on. We just got started. There's over 600 vendors inside of Frank and Sons, so we could be here a while, guys. What is up, guys? And we're here taking a look at some of the Hot Wheels that are here on the wall. Just go down through here and take a quick look. Get my thumb out of the film here. Some of these 2004 Zamox. A lot of you have seen these recently. And you got to remember that in the collectible warehouse, everyone is an independent shop, and so some of the prices are going to vary. A little higher than I would want to pay for individual Hot Wheels like this, but if it's something I absolutely have had a hard time finding, I will definitely pick it up. But a lot of this is new. But it's definitely nice to see this much on the case. Kate's pointing out that bad boy. There's the K car.
He said something to them.
The Supers.
Oh no, I saw that. I told him to get away and it was intercepted.
Yeah, that's why he screwed it up.
Should have never told him.
Yeah.
IDs.
That's what they always quarterback to do.
Batman.
Basically vertical when you throw it. You got no power over it.
There's all the Kroger exclusives from last year's 2021. It's really nice. And I'll get a snapshot of the vendor card for this little shop, some of the smaller ones as you first walk in. But it's definitely worth checking out. All right, guys, check this out. This is an entire booth dedicated to die-cast, and it looks like right now we've got a lot of this stuff here that I've definitely never seen before. Just saw this in Naz's video, this Track Days Porsche. There's the 510. Some red lines. Mazda RX-3 Race Day out of the Car Culture. Scion FRS.
That's a nice one.
There's just so much here, guys, and it would take all day to go through this entire warehouse to look at everything that is to offer. So we're gonna try to pick our poison, so to speak, and just really kind of take a look at what we want to get, focus on certain
They
things.
have all 4 turtles.
Let me just kind of pan out here so everyone can see.
Huracan up there.
I definitely see a lot of casts that I'm looking for, but again, guys, the prices have to be right, and because this is a collectible warehouse, oftentimes you're going to find things at these shops that are a little higher than the prices. They're more associated with like an eBay style price, but some of these things are hard to find, and so it's always good to take a look and see if you can find anything that's within your price range. So going on.
These are all nice cars.
Definitely some nice ones here. Check this Ferrari out, guys. F430. Look at that. That is a beauty. Ooh. Look at this one, guys. 71 Datsun 510 out of the car culture. That is a beauty right there, guys.
There's the Supra. The Supra right behind it.
Street Slide, we've all seen those.
Turtles.
There's a turtle van right here.
Oh, the original
Here's
Batman.
the Forza Motorsports set. There's the Porsche 356 Speedster.
Deadpool.
Lamborghini Gallardo. Ford GT. Like that one. Let's see. Like that one for sure, guys.
Ford Focus. Oh,
Alright, let me carefully put these back.
there's a
See what we
Chevy.
got here.
Another Nova.
This looks like it was probably a Walmart exclusive set. Like I said, guys, prices here are going to be a little bit higher just because this is a collectible show. And there's the Oscar Mayer Wiener. But yeah, it's just overload here, guys. There's so much die-cast, and we have hundreds of booths remaining that we can go take a look at. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys what we're working with,
McLaren 720S.
and I'll keep going. There we go, guys. This is one of our local collector booths here. This is the Die-Cast Collectors, and they've got a lot going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and pan around up here and show you guys a lot of Auto World up here, M2. Check that out, guys. Got some customs down here. Super cool stuff here, guys. Check all of this out. Look at this, guys. From the Munsters. It's the Munsters coach. Look at all of those pink Auto Worlds back there. There's that Fast and Furious set that just came out recently.
Pink cars right there.
Got a lot of pink on this shelf down here.
Got a pink Volkswagen. Whoa, we got a Dodge Hart.
That's what I'm talking about. Check that out. Look at the 1600 GT Celica. Nissan Sunny. A lot of these are Tarmac Works.
Dodge Viper.
It's the Evo wagon. Right there.
2004 Mustang. With the Hot
Look at this one, guys. Those of you guys that are not fan of Tarmac Works, you really need to check these out. I think these are right up there with Mini GTs, Cato House level right here. So Skyline, there's an R32. Another R32. There's a 911 GT3.
Ooh, we got another drift car.
Found Cade's favorite car right there. That's his favorite car of all time.
Look at that Mustang. For Mustang. And the, with the
Oh,
Hot
Cade
Wheels.
wanted me to point this one out. There's one for the Mustang Hunter back there.
And
Check
the,
that
and the
out.
Viper. There's police Japanese drift over there.
Really nice. A lot of Tarmac Works in here, guys. Definitely some cool castings.
And stuff there, go look over here.
And we haven't even gotten into the Hot Wheels section yet, so we're gonna take a break and we'll go take a look and see what's going on.
I got loose ones.
All right, guys. So here we are. We got a nice wall of Hot Wheels here, and this is the My Price section. These are the $2 and up section. But there's so much here to take a look at. And a lot of this is the new cast within the last couple of years. But there are definitely some in here that I have not seen before. And give you guys a quick pan around. A lot of mini GTs up here. It's the Liberty Walk GR Supra. GTR 50.
I found Aston Martin.
the Legends winner that you can get in the Legends pack that just came out. But this is in the single card. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen that.
13 Copo Camaro.
Definitely one I need right here. So I think I'm going to put that one in the log pile. Ooh, this is one I've been trying to find also. The Land Speeder. I'm a Star Wars fan, so definitely looking for that. There's that nice Magnus Walker Porsche 935.
I got a car in mind that I would like. Greenwood Corvette.
That's a nice one. Yep, Kate found this nice Greenwood Corvette right here. Here's the silver 2020 Koenigsegg Jesko. So much stuff here, guys, and I know that this is overwhelming to just watch and see, but this is like the mecca for where we live. If you're trying to find anything that is die-cast, Frank & Sons is going to have it. You're not always going to like the prices, but
Short car 57 Chevy.
you're definitely going to be able to find it here.
Oh, look at this.
Some IDs up there. These are more of the fantasy casts,
Oh, nice that one.
but we're going to keep looking. Even more of them here, guys.
No, but you know, like, let's say, like, not too hard, not too low, but let's say, like, I'm going to be fair.
Nice. There's the Hudson Hornet.
Check this one out, guys. Jaguar XJ220, and right now we're working on a custom of this same cast right now, older, but it's a custom that we're working on. We're gonna do a wheel swap on it, but this is always nice. I've loved the look of this, and so definitely a nice cast.
Another Mustang from Mustang
I
Hunter.
know there's people out there, like, you know, like,
Yep, there's the Ford Mustang GT Concepts. A lot of these are newer castings, guys, but they're definitely ones that, here we go. Love this. You guys know that I collect the 74 Escort RS 1600. I'm trying to find the red one, and there's another white alternative I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure I have this one.
I don't know, I mean, I feel like the problem
Some Zaymach. That's one I do not have. I can't remember if I have one coming or not, though, so I'm going to hold off on that.
Factory sealed.
A lot of factory sealed stuff here, guys. And this booth has pretty reasonable prices for main lines. It goes up a little bit more as you're starting to look for cars that are, you know, in the premium brands, M2s. The Audacious.
I know how it works when it comes to, like, how long it's going to sit there for. If we're going to keep it to the south, if it's selling here, how does it help? I want to, like, think, you know. You don't think.
These are a
You're
lot
like
of
you're a
cars.
professional. You're a businessman, so I don't know how things work.
All right, guys, we are going to keep looking.
Show my big head.
Got even more in here, guys. There's a lot of the Civics.
Centenario.
Centenario over here. Look at that Lambo, guys.
Custom Volkswagen Beetle.
It is just incredible how many different vendors here have diecast and Hot Wheels. They are just all over the place.
Lotus Ranger.
I see so many that I want to get, but I have a short list and I'm trying to stick to it to make sure that I'm only walking away with the things that I really am trying to find right now. I'm really focused on trying to find some of the reuse rides for my homage wall, but I won't pass up on something that I've really been trying to find either. So just kind of panning through here. There you go, Derek. Porsche Heaven right here.
You see this
Kate's
baby?
favorite car again, the 911 GT2.
You see this baby? Right there? The James
Oh,
Bond.
there we go.
The James Bond.
That's a Nas. He's a Lotus guy.
Mustangs. 2 Mustangs next to each other. 3 Mustangs.
A lot of cars here for Jason. The Mustang Hunter. Look at that beauty. 71 Mach 1. Just Mustangs and Mustangs.
27 Nova and camouflage and camo.
DeLoreans. DeLoreans.
These are nice ones.
Jaguars. All right, guys, it's overload here. I'm trying to get the best look I can for everyone to take a look, but I've also got to take a little time to look through here too and see if I can find the things I am looking for. So I will be back. Check this out, guys. 1974 Mustang Boss 429 and the M2 1970 Datsun 510. That's a beauty right there. Got a Mark and we got a Jason. Mark, Jason. Super cool, guys. All right, we're gonna come around in here,
Mortal Kombat.
take a look at some of these. And like I said, guys, this is yet another booth, and it's just a never-ending line of cars. There's one that jumps out to me right there. Look at that, guys. Toyota AE86 Corolla. It's the Hachiroku. Super cool. Check this out, guys.
Diablo.
It's a beautiful looking Lamborghini Diablo. Got a few of those. We got a Centenario back there, a Aventador. We got some McLarens, some Porsches. There's so much to look at, guys. There's that Ryo Asada K car. I actually have that one coming. I do like this new Bronco.
Oh, there's a McLaren P1.
Nice looking McLaren right there. We have that one.
There's the Porsche. Oh, Daddy. Look at these ones.
To the Celica right here, guys.
Look at these Batmobiles.
Super cool. There's the Pikes Peak. The EF. Definitely gonna take a look at the cost on this one, guys. This is one I do not have in the collection. I'm always looking for them. Some Civics. Lots of Civics here.
Gladiator. The Savannahs.
RX-7s.
They have a Toyota Celica.
Endless, 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 guys. They're everywhere. Ooh, here we go. A little bone shaker action down here. Apparently, Kate has hit the jackpot.
The JDM's right here.
The
Look, see,
JDM
it's Toyota
jackpot.
Celica, a Mitsubishi Eclipse, another set, and two
Oh,
more
look at that,
Celicas.
guys. It's all the Pikes Peak Celicas. There's the white one. There's the other white with the gin livery.
Spider-Mobile.
Look at that, guys. Of course, you got the yellow up here and the Pennzoil livery. And the RHL Pikes Peak. So all of them are here.
They have them.
It's a matter of can I get them or not.
Oh, how much is this GRC? Not bad. This costs a lot.
All right, guys, we're going to talk to the vendor here. We're going to find out what the price is on some of these cars. There's definitely some I'm interested in. You'll get to see them at the end of this video, and I'll let you know exactly what I picked up here today, guys. So check these out, and we'll get back and let you know. Oh, here we go, guys. Another vendor, another load of die-cast.
That Honda Civic up there.
There's die-cast everywhere. Loads and loads and loads. These are all super treasure hunts, guys. Look at those. All in one spot. Super, super, supers. All the way down.
It's fascinating what you find inside a store you've never really examined closely. They got it, but that's what I did. Yeah, so this isn't gonna work. I mean, 30 minutes for a quarter charge. I'm with you. $4, 100 miles.
Super cool, guys. I'm speechless. There's just so much here to look at. So little time. Here we go. go. So that's set. It's a nice Kaido House 510 right there. That thing is a beauty. Some Lucy's right there. Of course, we got this one right here. Oh yeah. Super awesome, guys. All right, we're gonna see what we can do here. I'll let you know. What is up, Hot Wheel homies? And so you probably just saw the footage I was giving you guys from Frank & Sons. It's a big collector showcase that's located in Orange County, California, and it's one of those places where take a toy convention mixed with a flea market mixed with scalpers and put that all together, and that's Frank & Sons. So you definitely get a big mix of things there. But what they do have a lot of there is die-cast and die-cast collectibles. Now, I was supposed to link up with a couple of the other Hot Wheel homies, our SoCal Hot Wheel homies. Skip from Skip's Diecast was going to meet me there. And Metalhead Diecast, one of the guys that we met up with through on Instagram. And it just kind of was a scheduling conflict. We weren't able to, really get our timing together. There was another smaller convention going on in the area, and blah, nobody met up. So it's all good. Part of this community is about, stuff like that. You try to set stuff up because you want to do stuff with people, but you don't always get a chance to do stuff with people. So this was a chance for me to spend a day with my youngest Cade, and we headed out there together this morning. Got there as they open. Now, Frank & Sons, they're open from about, I think it's 9 till about 6 at night, and they are only open 3 days a week: Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. I've never been there on a Wednesday before. This is my second time there on a Saturday. And my previous time there, I was not looking for Hot Wheels or diecast. I was looking for G.I. Joe. And that's because in my previous collector life, I was really into 80s G.I. Joe. And so that's kind of what I was there for before. And these guys were like, hey, Skip was like, hey, man, you should check this out. Talking to me and Metalhead, and we, kind of knew about what was going on in Frank & Sons. I think both of them had been there before looking for diecast, but Skip was the one that kind of convinced us that that's a spot we needed to check out, especially for the hard to find stuff. So I went, didn't get to hook up with them, like I said, but you know what? That's fine. I did get to find some diecast, and as you can see from the footage, there was a ton. Now, what I will caution you about is I didn't get a lot from there, and that's just because I'm not going to overpay for things that I can find either through trades, friends that might hook me up, or even if I use like Mercari, Craigslist, or eBay, and I can find it a little bit cheaper. And some of the prices, as you could see just on the footage there, their prices were, above eBay. So it's about convenience, I guess, but I still limit myself to what I'm going to spend. So anyway, without further ado, let me go ahead and show you what I picked up. So the first thing I grabbed was this beautiful Ford GT40, and this is out of the 2001 Hot Wheels, I believe, collector number 139. But I'm a big fan of the Ford GT, even though I mainly focus on JDM. The GT is one of those. It's my Mustang, as the Mustang hunter would say. He is the Mustang hunter. He hunts for Mustangs. I hunt for Ford GTs and JDM. So this and the Ford RS 1600 are my two favorite non-JDM casts that I look for. If you watched my previous video when I was at Granny's Attic, I was able to find a first edition of this casting right here from 1996. But this purple, I don't know if that's standing out to you guys, but man, that's gorgeous. So anyway, glad I grabbed that one. And then I picked up a couple of awesome castings. These are actually the first two in my collection of this JDM casting, and this is the 96 Nissan 180 SX Type X. And this is in this beautiful Gretty livery. It's got the gold Y5s. Really awesome. Just, it's basic, but it's not basic. And that Gretty livery just pops, and I couldn't pass that one up and not grab its brother that was sitting right next to it. So I picked this one up, and it's from the Hot Wheels race team, same year, 2015. And this bad boy looks awesome in that Hot Wheel livery. Just super cool. The 180SX is probably one of my favorite JDM castings and favorite JDM cars for that matter. This is iconic in Japan. You still see these rolling, and they're harder to come by than you might think. It's an older car, but this is the one that the Sylvia is rivaled as far as the favorite drift cars outside of the AE86. So this thing can really slide sideways, I'll tell you. All right, next up, from the same time frame, but this was the actual first edition of those castings, and this is the first edition of the 180SX in this beautiful ruby red color, and it is also a 180SXX. And I grabbed this because I have been tracking this casting down forever, and the prices I saw on this were outrageous. I've checked everywhere, and you know, $20, $30 for this casting because it's a first edition, it's a JDM car. There's a JDM craze apparently right now, and so, but there you go, guys. Finally got it in there. It came in this protector, which I was kind of glad because it would have gone in one. I don't preserve these protectors just for supers and treasures. I preserve them for the cars that I want to protect, that I know I'm going to keep on card. So this is a great one, so I'm glad I found that. Now moving into a completely different genre of vehicles, I do like Porsche, but I only like certain Porsches, and this happens to be one of the Porsches that I love. And Nas mentioned it in his videos the other day. He was a 90210 fan growing up, and so was I. And one of the characters in there played by, oh my God, what's his name? He played Dylan, that was his character on there. Luke Perry, he drove this in a convertible, and it was the 356 Outlaw. He had a convertible, but this is the Magnus Walker 356 Outlaw. And this was cool because not only was this one that I could not find, this is also on an international card back. And I was just super stoked. The only ones I have in my collection of the 356 right now are the Super that Jason the Mustang Hunter sent me, and then the mainline Golf version from last year. But I was definitely on the hunt for this one. It took about 10 boosts before I found any good Porsches that I liked, and I finally came across this one. And I was fortunate that they had this guy also. So this is the alternate colorway that you could get in this year's Outlaw, and you can see it's got the here on the hood, it's got the colors for the German flag on it, that red, yellow, and black, and just super cool. This light's not really helping me out right now, but this gold and black, you know, setup on here just really looks good. I love cars that are in gold and black, just something about it. I found that car last week, the Audi that was in black and gold, and that's pretty much the reason I picked it up. Not that I collect Audi castings, but just the color setup, it just really was great. So I'm glad I found that one. And then came across this bad boy. Obviously, I'm a big fan of JDM cars, and this is another one I didn't have, and this is out of the 2017 Hot Wheels. So this is the Mazda RX-7, and it is the FD type body code, RX-7. It is a Mad Mike, but it is repping that cool Hot Wheels flame on the side. It's got the Mazda Racing Beat stuff going on here, Toyo tires, and a lot of other sponsors. But this was yet another RX-7 that I've been trying to track down. I think I have 5 colors right now, and I'm going to eventually get all of the colors of this. The FD by far is my favorite body code for the RX-7, followed closely by the FC. FB is, you know, it's okay, it's not my favorite, and then the RX-3 is the other Mazda that I really like, but this is the one that I was after. All right, so next up, this will be the first edition of this model of JDM car in my lineup, and it's one that I've also been trying to track down, and I paid a little more for this. Just so you know, the cars that I've shown so far, nothing there was more than $4 or $5. And that's just kind of how I roll. I'm not going to spend that much for a mainline. But this one was a little bit more. And I say that because I know that we all have a cap on what we put, or a price that we put on our, collecting and what we think things are worth. But if I think it's something that I personally know I've been trying to find and haven't found a better price than what I found this at, I'm gonna pick it up. So it's this one right here. And this is out of the, well, let me see. This is out of the 2001. It's collector number 39. This is the Honda Civic Si in this really awesome silver metal flake. But just look at this. What's nice about this one and what makes it a first edition is, obviously, besides it's the first cast, this is one of the very few EP body codes that Hot Wheel has made. And so they get harder and harder to find, especially one like this that's a first edition. So it wasn't a real popular model as a real car. It had that real funky ergonomic shifter that people didn't like, that was up on, kind of the center, just below the dashboard, kind of up there where your radio would normally be. But I drove a couple, they're okay. But it was kind of a neat little thing that Honda did, and they just didn't go over very well, and they were short-lived. So we only saw the EP, I think, for about 3 years, and then they switched over to that really awful body style that we were stuck with for about 6 or 7 years, until they moved into what the more modern hatch and coupe styles that we see today. But that was definitely one I was after. In that same shop, I saw this one initially, and he gave me a price on it, and I was like, I'll pass. But after I picked up a few cars from him, we kind of warmed up, and I was able to negotiate a lot of the car prices down, and so I picked up this one right here. And this one I am so glad that I did. I would have regretted leaving this one behind. And this is the Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GTX. This thing is absolutely beautiful. This is 70s Skyline, 70s JDM. Beautiful. This is something that, if I could have a Skyline that I own and I couldn't find an R33 or an R34, this is what I'd be looking for. I love that 70s boxy style. Everything in that era was kind of along those lines. You look at your Datsun 510s, you look at your RS 1600 Fords, this one, the Celica, they were all boxy like this, and that was just kind of a sport coupe style of the day. So, but this by far is my favorite. I'm so glad I went back to get it. Before I show you the final thing that I picked up, we did hit a Target on the way out of Frank & Sons. It was in an area that we're not normally in, so Cade's like, Dad, we should stop, and so we did. And it was pretty cool. We got to go into Target we'd never been in, and I filmed, but it was what you guys have been seeing over and over and over again. Nothing on pegs, nothing here, nothing there, nothing new that we haven't seen 100 times already. But as I was walking out of the aisle, I glanced over and I looked at the Muscle Machines, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this guy right here. This is the Muscle Machines Target exclusive Mustang GT 500, and what makes this one significant is this little sticker right here, which indicates that this is the chase. And so I was like, I'm not leaving that. I went over, I grabbed it. I'm not a Muscle Machine collector, so to speak, but I knew I couldn't leave this behind, so I picked it up and came home with me. My son Ty, who is a JDM collector too, he'd found one of these before at our local Target, and I kind of had been admiring it from afar, so really glad that I picked this one up. And it'll probably be one of the only Muscle Machines that I have, but man, just look at the color on that thing. Jada does a really nice job on their cars. I think their detail and their attention to detail is phenomenal. So, it was an easy pickup for me. But sorry, not Jada. I was in a Jada mindframe. Maisto. This is made by Maisto, but Maisto, they get a lot of props for their bigger cars, but they don't get as many props for their smaller, 1/64 scales or things like this. But I think they're stepping up their game. Their wheels are getting a lot better, and super awesome. But last but not least, and before I show this one, I know how a lot of you guys feel about spending money for supers, and so I feel the same way. I'm not going to go spend $70 or $80 for a super, but if I can negotiate a deal and I do the math and I say, how many stores will I have to go to? Is it a super I can still find on the shelves? And what is its value to me? I will pick one up. This is only the 4th super in my collection. I have found none in the wild. One was gifted to me. One I guess was kind of found in the wild. We found it on a hunt, but didn't realize we had it. So I guess it was found in the wild then. Had it up in our collection thinking it was just one of the main lines. Looked at it again, realized we had a super, and that was the Mercury Cougar. I bought an older Chevy Nova wagon super. I think it was a 2013 or 2012. And this was one of the 2 from last year that I really wanted to get. I got a great price. I paid $20 for it. I'm not afraid to or ashamed to say that. It was worth it to me, so I went ahead and I picked this one up. But that is, yeah, highway robbery, but yeah, that is the one that I came across, and I had to grab it. It's the RX3. I'm super stoked, and hold on just a sec. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know if you heard that in the background in the video, but I had a little bit of feedback through my speakers and into my computer, and so everything I was saying was kind of getting repeated back, so I had to make a remedy to that. But here it is. Here's this beautiful super in its $20 glory, but you know what? It was worth every penny. I know that they are very hard to find in our area. We have a lot of scalpers, and I'm a JDM collector. I needed at least one of the JDM supers from last year. This was my number 2. Couldn't find the RX-7 in black, but I'm glad I found one, and so super stoked. But yeah, all in all, you can see it wasn't a large haul, and I'm going to tell you, it would have taken me hours and hours and hours beyond what we spent there to look at every booth that had diecast at Frank & Sons. But what we did find, I was happy with. It was about quality over quantity today, and I feel like the haul that I brought home from there was absolutely quality. So hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. Look forward to a couple of possible video podcasts coming with some surprise guests, where we're going to be talking about how people organize their collection, how they find those, casts that they're trying to track down, and kind of why people get the itch to collect. We'll talk a little bit too in that podcast coming up about, the collection addiction, and, recognizing when maybe it's a problem and not. So I don't want to spoil who it is. I don't want to be a spoiler on who's going to be a part of the video podcast, but it's coming. It's in the works right now. It'll be some heavy hitters on there for sure. Me not being one of them, I'm not a heavy hitter, but the people that will be guests on the podcast with me will be heavy hitters. So it's something that we're still compiling, but it should be coming out in the next month or so. So hopefully we get it together, get everything chopped up and diced up and edited, and music and animation and things coming in from the top and pointing in our faces and all of the cool stuff that they know how to do that I don't know how to do, and we'll get that out. But thanks again for coming to my channel and checking out the content. Hope you enjoyed this Frank & Sons pig hunt. There's probably going to be more the next time we go, but keep hunting. Stuff's out there. Targets are starting to get stuff in. Don't give up. And if you like what you're seeing, please smash that like button for me. I really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm and keeps the channel growing. And that's what it's all about, is getting to know you guys. Let's grow this channel a little bit more so I can start seeing a little more of you guys, and we'll start doing some live stuff here soon, and we'll be able to chat in real time. But until next time, guys, Super JDM Diecast, and I am out.